Okay, so you have a 1500 watt and you want to change the battery in it, or you want to take the batteries out. I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. Unfortunately it's time consuming. So if you are changing your batteries because you have a battery cell in here that's done, and so all you're going to be doing is just changing the battery, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you are going to be changing the battery constantly, because as soon as one dies type thing, you want to just switch to another battery, what I would suggest is a quick connect system like this. So when you disconnect it, you can just take the connection from the other battery and literally plug it back into the ATV. So you'd need two of these, one on each battery, and then one of these on the unit. And then basically just as you change them, you just have a quick connect, you connect up the battery and you're good to go. That being said, this one doesn't have that on there. I was just showing you a quick connect. So what we're gonna have to do here is you're gonna need a number 5 Allen key. The first thing you're gonna have to do, and I know it's not gonna be fun, is you're gonna have to reach up underneath here and get the red wire first. I always recommend taking off your power wire first, so that's what I'm gonna do first. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lift the seat. And the reason I'm gonna lift the seat is just for more light. Your red positive is actually up underneath here. So I'm gonna have to reach up underneath here. If you come to the front and you look down through there, you can see where your red wire connects down inside there. You'll see there's a red wire connection down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disconnect it off this. Another thing that I want you to make sure and have with you is black tape, because when you take that power wire off of this, that's a massive amount of power in that battery. So what you're gonna do is, as soon as you get that red wire off, you don't wanna touch any grounding surface with it, or it's gonna spark, or it could cause damage to the battery as well. So as soon as we get that point off, we're gonna give it a roll of black tape, just to make sure that it doesn't touch or anything. And we're gonna have to remove 2 cables. We're gonna have to remove the power cable, which is on the right, the red wire directly as you see right there. You see it right down there, and the ground cable, which is on the opposite side, but the same thing down right in front of my finger. So that's perfect. So again, I'm gonna remove the power one. So I have to get up inside here. I know, and it's not gonna be fun, unfortunately. And you're gonna have wires to contend with and things, but we're gonna get to our red. Okay. I have to stretch out my Allen key a little bit. And again, this is not going to be a fun thing, but once you loosen it, you can basically take it off with your fingers after. And while your Allen key is in this power, you do not want it to ground against any metal. So go in short, easy turns until you get it out. Maybe I can reach up in there with my other hand too. Yep, there, see I touched the metal there. I didn't want to do that. So again, I'm gonna have to loosen a little bit more. It's just not loosened enough to take off my fingers. Try with my fingers again. No, not ready yet. So again, okay, now I got it. So I got it off. So now what I'm going to want to do is, as soon as I get that off, I'm going to want to cover it with my hand and bring it out so it doesn't touch any bare metal. Okay, it's off. And again, I'm just going to wrap it in my hand. And if you come down to see it here, on my side here. Here it is. And you'll notice at the factory that they already put black tape on it before they put it on. So I'll remove their black tape. Now all that has to do is touch this frame or anything, or anywhere, well, that has paint on it, so it's not as dangerous, but anywhere there's exposed metal and that touches, there's going to be an awful arc. So you just want to give it a wrap with black tape. Make sure that there's no metal exposed anywhere. Oop. I want to get that end too. And then up around here, anywhere there's copper showing, just like that. And then we'll put that like that. Now this bolt here, you're going to want to run that back up. You have nothing to fear now. There's no power going into the unit because as long as that red wire is off, there's no power going into the unit. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take off our ground wire. So we can pull this red wire down now and out of the way so it's not in our way for anything. And I will come and I will grab my trusty Allen key, and I'm going to go to the other side to where the ground wire is, and I'm going to take it off. And again, it's going to be the same type of idea. And you're going to have to get used to feeling around on this thing and figuring out where it is. And there it is. Nope, I'm not on it. There it is. Okay. And just loosen it again until it's like the other one and you can get it off with your fingers. Okay, now I got it loose enough in my so I can take it off my fingers. And the black you don't have to protect because there's no power runs through it, it's just a ground. So we're gonna just finish taking that off there, and that's disconnected from the top. And then I'm gonna just put that screw in there so I don't lose it. Okay, now, so your disconnect for your power and your negative are both here now. They're both disconnected. So now we're gonna sit here, and you're gonna need your number 5 Allen key again. I don't need my Allen key because I'm gonna use this speed driver. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the side panel here. And it's always good when you take anything off, bolts, things like that. Just have something like this, a little magnetic tray or a little container you can throw them in, so you don't have parts spread out all over it. And there's going to be 8 of these all together. There'll be 3 on each side and then 2 on the bottom. Okay. Tray down there. Down there. And then there's 2 on the bottom. The 2 on the bottom you'll know because they're a little tiny bit longer than the other ones. So they're a little bit easier to find. And you putting everything back together. Okay. There you go. Put that off to the side. Now you can just lift this footwell right out of the way. And now you have access to your battery. Reach down, pull your tabs off. They're just Velcro, nothing spectacular. Okay. So you have all your Velcro straps off. Now it's easy peasy. You just lift up. Give your battery a little quarter turn like that. There is another way you could take this off, but you don't have to. Just kind of lift up so you get over these 2 front bars here on the frame. You just want to lift this corner up past, and now you're out. Your battery is literally out. You just slide it sideways, give it a pull like this, and that's it. That's how you take your battery out.